Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for March 10th, 2026. We've got all Seaside Kingdom today, and we've got Lookout, Salvager, Sailor, Trashing. We've got the only draw is Tactician? Okay. Plus actions from Fishing Village and Native Village. Sailor can also be a form of plus actions. And then gains. Salvager's plus buy, but it's not net gains. Astrolabe is net gains. And then Blockade. Astrolabe is plus buy and also net gains. And then Blockade is gains, and Tactician also gets plus buy. So Sailor Tactician, that's a thing, right? That allows you to play treasures before you need to discard for Tactician. Although, honestly, on this board, I don't know, like, how much do you need by way of treasures? You might just try to play with a whole bunch of sailors. But it could be useful to have Astrolabe for plus buy. I mean, I guess the Tactician can give you at least 2 buys. And are you aiming higher than double province anyway? Maybe not. Well, I definitely think Tactician is going to be a thing here. And then, yeah, Blockade obviously looks strong. Lots of stuff for it to gain. Generally a strong card. Has synergy with Sailor. I suppose I could see at some point blockading silvers if we did want to get treasures into the deck. I guess one thing about the Sailor Tactician thing is that you don't necessarily want to have like a million Tacticians in your deck. So after you get the first 2, maybe you do just try to play with them rather than gaining more Tacticians. And it is expensive to keep buying Tactician anyway. So how do we want to open here? Lookout Blockade, probably. And then we'll end up doing some trashing with Sailor along the way as well. We won't mess with Salvager until maybe the late game. I could see blockading a Salvager at some point, but the bot opens with Fishing Village. I don't really see that being the thing to do. We're gonna have 4 next turn. Well, I think we want to blockade another blockade. Do we want a Native Village? Probably. I mean, I'd rather have Fishing Villages, but having some Native Villages shouldn't be bad. Okay. I'm kind of tempted to blockade another blockade and then buy the Sailor. Okay, just seems so good here. The bot only has the 1 blockade, so if we blockade yet another blockade, we can get more sailors next turn. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, we could also play this blockade. Blockade another blockade. At some point, that starts to get ridiculous, but still looks pretty good. Although, wait, actually... Hold on. I think I might want to put a Fishing Village into play. We do have another blockade down there. We do also have the Native Village, but like we could end up... Well, I guess if we're... I kind of want to... Well... Hmm. Maybe, yeah, actually, maybe getting a fishing village into play for next turn isn't so relevant anyway. I don't think it's not. Oh, the bot got the tactician. Okay. We don't have anything of value down here, so I think we want to... Oh, that's not true. We have another blockade. I forgot. Um... Do we want to set aside this blockade? Think so? I want to just get another blockade and then a sailor. Wow, a province. Okay. That was early. Alright, unfortunately, here we're not seeing our fishing village or either of our sailors. That would have been more useful, but blockade, 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 sailor. Buy one more native village. Okay, what all is down there now? The fishing village. Well, the bot isn't trashing much, is it? Yeah, we definitely can safely play the lookout. Okay, so let's play... I think get a fishing village and play it. We get blockade and play it, and then we use that to gain a sailor and don't play it. One more native village? I guess so. I'm wondering about trashing the lookout already. Although, we could get Tactician this turn. If we're going to do that, we need something to discard. Let's see. Just empty the blockades. Yeah, why not? And then... probably Sailor... Actually, wait, we don't need this copper, do we? Go all the way back here. Alright. Yeah, at some point we can start getting a lot of islands with these blockades. All right, yeah. So another sailor. I think so. I don't think I want to play it though. I want to make sure that I have sailors for next turn. Oh, also I want to play the tactician. Right. Okay. We want to get another tactician this turn. We can obviously trash the estate. We're gonna like set aside, pick up. I think. So we're gonna have at least 4 coins. Maybe we keep the estate for discarding. I mean, we probably have another copper down there, but I'm having a little bit of difficulty keeping track. Actually, no, we don't. 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, let's trash 1 copper. And then wait, we do have an wait, now I'm just confused. Oh, maybe the bot's trash copper. I don't know why I didn't consider that possibility. Okay. Get cards. So we clearly want to put another sailor into play. Probably another one. I would like to start gaining islands, so let's do that. Gain a fishing village, maybe. But don't play it. You need to be careful about piles, but the bot doesn't have very much pile pressure. I do kind of want the rest of the sailors. I'll take 1 fishing village, not play it. 1 more island. And 1 more sailor, but not play that. And then we buy tactician. Well, Island fishing village, island sailor. We have these extra 3 coins. I'm not sure what to do with them. Maybe gain a salvager. Another sailor, an island, and we just buy tactician and fishing village. I did not realize the bot had played a tactician last turn. That's bad on my part. All right, put all this stuff into hand. Probably don't trash anything and just... like, salvage the lookout, discard the copper. That's what I'm thinking. Island the island. Well, I say that, but... I mean, okay, we can... Let's... back up a second here. We're gonna have 5 actions. The 3 blockades, the island, salvager, and the tactician. Are we going to gain... What does the bot have in play? 2 fishing villages and a sailor. Okay. If we're not going to gain anything with the blockades that can take advantage of sailor, then we will run out of actions. That's what I'm thinking about right now. In which case, we maybe discard a blockade. I mean, it would be nice to get that last sailor. It's just risky. It's not... The other thing we could do is salvage the tactician and rebuy it. If we salvage the lookout, we have 12 coins, which isn't actually necessarily that useful. Salvaging the tactician would let us like trash the copper, discard the lookout. We still hit province. We don't need an action to play the tactician. That seems reasonable. So in that case, I'll do that. Does it make more sense to island the lookout? I don't think so. Alright. So we're definitely taking another island. I think 2 islands and another salvager. The bot gained a fishing village. I was like, I didn't think I left piles quite that low, and that's because I didn't. Okay, my first instinct here is to trash nothing. Can we win this turn? We only have 2 blockades. Somehow. We might be able to get a third off playing the native villages. So that's going to make it a little bit tricky. I also don't have a tactician. So we kind of need to do something about that if we're not winning this turn. Sailor would be the obvious salvager target. So we have 6 7, 8. You pick up from the not that one, the native village mat. That's 9 coins. Salvaging a sailor gets us to 13. So that is at the very least enough for province tactician if we need to do it that way. I'm finding it hard to see a reason that I wouldn't. Well, okay, that's not such a helpful set aside. Yeah, I don't think I can win this turn. Which means I think I'm going to pick this stuff up. Play the sailors. Island. State. Salvage the lookout. It's only 12 coins. Yeah, that's a problem. I mean, we could blockade an astrolabe. That would get us to 13. Yeah, maybe that's the play. Then we do have another salvager on those 11 cards, so I think we were fine to just take another island. Okay, now surely we have a win. No reason not to set aside. Oh, it's a province. How about that? I guess we are a little light on actions. But it doesn't matter, right? We can just blockade 3 islands and a sailor. We can go ahead and put this stuff into play. So we can do that. Not that it matters, but by province and a duchy. Yeah, that was a pretty silly kingdom. 9 sailors, 9 blockades. I really didn't let the bot play this kingdom. It was pretty rude of me. I mean, it could have taken some curses, I guess. Maybe that would have been correct from its position. Just like try to flip the parity on this stuff. I mean, let's see. So one problem that it had is it didn't even see its blockade turn 3. So that's not great either. Like while I was powering through the blockade pile, the bot, it did gain the 1 sailor, and then it gained nothing here because it didn't see. Yeah, it didn't see its blockade again until turn 7, at which point I had blockaded sailor and blockade. Yeah, I mean, I think it would be easy to look at this and say, oh, the bot didn't play this well, but it was actually in a really awkward spot between not seeing its blockade until turn 4, having it thus miss the shuffle, and then by the time it saw it again, like I had the important piles kind of unlock, and like what's the response to that? Like I said, it could be to take curses, but then The problem is, you know, you're just in a in a rough position in a different way. It did open Fishing Village, which is a weird move. Maybe the goal was to, I don't know. It did get to Tactician earlier than I did, but I think not trashing with Lookout or not trashing more isn't great. The bot finished with almost all of its starting cards. I guess it bought a couple of estates, but yeah, I think even if it had, I mean, unless it had changed the shuffles or something, even if it had gotten the Lookout, like it would have been really tough. This is one of the things about Blockade, is that like getting the tempo on that can be huge. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.